Good day. I am Robert Silverstein, MD, Medical Director of the Preventive Medicine Center, and here on behalf of the Preventive Medicine Center, you folks, and Hartford Cable Access TV, Hartford Public Access TV. If you have any questions about this show, please call me at the office at 549-3444. Now, I want to introduce a little titillation, a little gossip here. I want to talk about the Don Imus situation. But first, let's do a few things. A patient of mine who's a really excellent cook told me about this, Muir Glen organic fire-roasted tomatoes. And she said that you can, she said that you can make anything taste great that will accept tomatoes by using these fire-roasted tomatoes. So, here's a reasonable dinner, a bunch of cooked vegetables, and some sardines with the fire-roasted tomatoes. And again, I'm mentioning that brand because it's organic, and I suspect you'll only find this in natural food stores around here, Limbs at Capaco or Whole Foods or Wild Oats in West Hartford. So just remember that, fire-roasted tomatoes. Now, maybe those are available in other places, but this one is organic. Here are sardines. I want to go over these sardines. These sardines are from Morocco. Sardines are high in that omega-3, DHA and EPA. The salt content of this is medium. They say that there are 2 servings in this can. To me, there's 1 serving in this can, and therefore you have to double the sodium content. What I ordinarily say is you can have up to 300 milligrams of sodium or 12% sodium in a serving. This happens to be 240 milligrams and it's 10% sodium, and that's half a can. So if you had this whole can, you'd be getting more sodium than you should be getting from 1 serving of whatever. The sodium content of these fire-roasted tomatoes is 160. Now, they say that there are 6 servings in this can. 6 servings. That would be 1/6 of this can, or 1/3 of this can if you used it. And most people tend to overeat. So, overeat something like this. So, be careful of the salt, because the salt causes high blood pressure, it causes heart failure, it causes fluid retention, it'll give you a headache, it'll cause thin bones, osteoporosis, and so on. This is wild catch salmon, which is sort of another way of saying the healthiest type of salmon. This is from Alaska. When you go to a store, you want to buy fish that's wild, not farm raised. And this is a wild salmon. Salmon is high in the omega-3s, and so I like this. Natural source of omega-3 is what it says right on it. The serving size is the whole can. The calories are 190, which is not low. The sodium content is 460. The sodium content of this whole can is way too high, which means you could have half or 2/3 of this can. And you could have, sodium, you could have half of this can, and you could have 1/3 of this can, and you should always be diluting all of this with cooked vegetables. Now, I received a letter from a reader that said, what's the best way to lose weight? What are the best substances to eat? There's a product that's not yet on the market that's going to be really wonderful at helping people lose weight. It's called Ramonabant, and it's made by Pfizer, and that's going to be a blockbuster drug when it comes on. It decreases the drive to smoke, it decreases the drive to eat, and people lose about 10 pounds. The thing that I think is actually best to help people lose weight is Byetta. That's a diabetic medication, and it comes in a little pen syringe. You take off the top, screw on the needle, give a couple of twists this way, then you pull that way, then a couple of twists that way, and then you inject it in your arm or in your belly or on the top of your leg. It's got a short, small needle, and it really knocks the appetite down. I've had so many people lose weight on that. The best natural substances are Hoodia, CLA, and the most important of all is pinolenic acid, P-I-N-O-L-E-N-I-C, pinolenic acid. And penolinic acid does sort of the same thing as the Byetta. It slows gastric emptying. The stomach doesn't empty out so quick, so it gives you a little more of a full feeling. And in addition, it goes to the brain and says, hey, buddy, you've had enough. So penolinic acid, which is available in a bottle like this, and it says natural appetite control. This happens to be natural blood pressure control, but the bottles are virtually identical. Natural appetite control. And if you need information on that, give us a call at the office. Couple of potent antioxidants I want to talk about. This is by North Star, and it contains pomegranate and coffee berry extract. Pomegranate is a very strong antioxidant. Coffee berry is what everybody's raving about in coffee. By the way, I did have some 85% chocolate by Lindt, L-I-N-D-T, and that is not very sweet at all, and it's that 1 square of chocolate that you're supposed to have a day. If you ate 100% chocolate, you wouldn't like the taste. It's sort of bitter. But this 85% chocolate gets the job done. When you start buying 70%, you're getting too much sugar, you're getting the milk in it, you're getting all kinds of things you shouldn't be getting. So look for 85% or higher chocolate if you want to have some chocolate. This is activated quercetin, and this is sort of a youth herb or vitamin. I'm not sure whether it's a vitamin or an herb. I think it's a herb. And this plus resveratrol, which is the main, it's what everybody talks about that's good in red wine. So pomegranate plus resveratrol plus the, well, this is the pomegranate, this is the quercetin, Q-U-E-R-C-E-T-I-N, strong antioxidant, excellent for dealing with allergies. Pomegranate, quercetin, and resveratrol. I would say take those 3 5 days a week, and you'll be getting about as much antioxidants as you need. This is a bottle of 5,000 unit vitamin D. It's pretty easy to find 400 and maybe even 1,000. Today we learned that Vitamin Shop has a nice economical form of 2,000 unit vitamin D, and I would bet you that 99% of people need to be on 2,000 units of vitamin D3 a day. And that's what was in this relatively inexpensive bottle from the Vitamin Shop. So I encourage you to check out what your 25-hydroxy vitamin D3 level is, and if it's below 80, that's where you want to get to. You want to get to close to 80. What's considered a good range is 50 to 80, but you're better off at 80 than you are at 50. So this gets you there a little more efficiently. This is the 5,000 units. I have a number of patients who are taking this. I have a few who are taking 10,000 units a day, many that are taking 5,000 units a day. What I usually recommend is for those who have very low values of 10, 15, 20, 25, I recommend 5,000 units a day for 30 days, then 5,000 units Monday through Thursday or Friday. And then I check the vitamin D3 level, the 25 vitamin D3, the 25 D3 level in 4 months, because it takes that long to build up to a proper level.